greater than, less than, greater than or equals to, and less than or equals to. Let's start with greater than or less than. This is our greater than or less than sign, and once you understand this, you won't have a problem with greater than, less than, or greater than equals to, or less than equals to. Watch this sign, no matter where it faces. If it's facing like this or facing the other way, what you should be concerned about is that this pointed part is where the lesser or the smaller number should be, and this open part is where the bigger number should be. This pointed part should carry the lesser number. For example, we can have 1 here, and this open part should take the bigger number, so we can have like 4 here, 4 here, and we can have 1 here. So even if we flip it this other way around, this side should have the smaller number, this pointed side. So the smaller number should always be on the pointed side, and the bigger number should be on the open side. So we can have maybe 5 here, and we can have 7 here or 6 here. That means the bigger number should be with the open part. Same as this, you have our 2 and 7. This is correct. The pointed part should take the smaller number, which is 2, and the open part should take the bigger number, which is 7. Same as this, even if it's turned the other way around or flipped the other way around, you have the opening part gets the bigger number and the pointed part gets the smaller number. Let's go to real values. Let's say x is less than 2. That means the pointed part is taking x and the open part is taking 2. That means every number that should be here should be less than 2. So we go 1, 0, minus 1, and so on. So this is telling us that x is any number that is less than 2, because the open part is taking 2. Therefore, the smaller number should be on the pointed part where x lies. So this will be 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, and so on. Now look at the second question, similar to it. We have x and we have 2 here. You know, x is taking the bigger part, the opening part, and the pointed part is facing 2. That means any number that should be here should be bigger than these 2. Numbers bigger than 2 include 3, 4, 5, and so on. Our answers are from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. The next that we have is this sign, where we have this less than or equals to. First, you have to consider this sign before you consider the equals to. This lower this thing means equals to. We'll start with this first. Don't be disturbed with this. We'll explain it shortly. Now, 2 is getting the opening part and x is getting the pointed part. That means any number on the pointed part should be less than the number on this side. So we have 1, 0, minus 1 on this side. And since they put the word equals to, that means you start from 2. This is saying x is less than or equals to 2. That means you have to start from 2 down. So you go 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, and so on. So it means 2 is included. You are including 2 and you are going down. Now for the last one, which is x is taking the bigger part and 2 is taking the pointed part. Normally, without the equals to sign, x is greater than 2. All numbers to represent x must be greater than 2. So that means since x is getting the opening part, without the equals to sign, that means you start from 3. But this equals to sign means you will include the 2. So you are going 2 upwards. So you go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So this equals to sign means you have to start from that value given to you on this side. So if this were 3, you start from 3, you include 3. If this were to be 4, you have to include 4, and so on. So this explains less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to signs in math.